everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's the Redskins going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and John Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think you identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Oakland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And hauled in here by Rivera. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Carr now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Again, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From midfield, here's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Carr to throw again. Rolling to his right. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 94 yards. And the Redskins have taken a 1st quarter lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Carr. He finds Roberts complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. On first down, Carr brought in by Walford, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught the tight end Walford. The 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Into the red zone, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And he knocks it through. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing, Cousins steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
Second down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Throwing his Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now Carey. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On first down, Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's complete to Wolford. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll buy some time right. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
We have hit halftime. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors.
Looking for Garçon, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on early downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's brought down after a good game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Malcolm Smith there for the stop. Cousins now on second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Cousins, flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. 2nd down, Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And Reed with it over the middle. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 47 yards. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And his kick is right through. So that drive goes 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those start.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. And quickly they get to the line.
We ready?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end.
Defense.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's third down. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Cousins to throw it. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go with Murray again. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Of a first down on that second down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Carr now on first down. Here's Wolford over the middle, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there, and the Raiders are going to have a first down. Carr, Roberts with it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Carr to throw. Rolling to his right. Connects it to Roberts, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. That was second down run for Murray. And they went the wrong way. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. We've got a 3rd and 11.
Hey, we're going rally. Rally. Here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay.
To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And they're going to speed things up here on 1st down. Murray. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr going to throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Back to throw. Carr sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.